Hello guys and welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at string methods in JavaScript, and in today's video we are going to be looking at some string methods. We've talked about string in earlier videos, but we have not actually looked at the method that we have in strings. Just like we talked about array, we now later talk about the array methods. So string also have its method, and by looking at this we see the powerful use of a string in JavaScript. And these are the array method I will be talking about today. There are more, but I will just be talking about a few, so we can read more about the rest later. So I will be creating a string called month, and I'll be giving it January. So the first thing I'll be checking is, okay, remember every of this method in string will give you a new string. It will not alter or change the main string that we are working on, but it will give us a new string. So to make it easy, I will be logging to the console our result. So easily I can check the character. I can check where you character at. I can check. So easily, let's start with this first. I say month dot character at. Once I put character at, will take the position. We can say, okay, which character is at position 5? Remember, JavaScript starts counting at position 0. Alright, once I save this, okay, let me link it in my HTML file, then go to my browser to reload. Yes, the character at position 5 is R. That's what it's telling me. And let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is R. So that's how to use this. But there's a simpler way which was introduced earlier on, the at. This also does the same thing. Will still give you the same thing. Yes, it will give you the same thing. And there's another way that we've seen before, using our square braces, by saying character at position 5 like this, will still give us the same thing. Okay, now let's look at slice, which is so powerful. So in slice, I can decide to extract part of a string. So I can say number dot slice. So it will ask me, where did I want to start slicing? That's it. I want to start slicing from this U. So U is at position what? That would be position 3. Then where did I want to stop? I want to stop at position 5. So let me save and just refresh. So UA is logged into the console because it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5. Remember, in slice, the end will not be included. The end number will not be included. That's why the R isn't included, only U and A. So in slice, if you do not specify the end like this, it will slice to the end of the string. As you can see here, it will slice to the end of the string, and that's how slice actually work. Now we also have a function called to lowercase. To lowercase. To lowercase doesn't accept any argument, but it will convert all our string to lowercase. You can see even the J that is capital letter is now a small letter. There's also to uppercase. So once you reload, yes, you can see all our text has been converted to an uppercase. Now we have something called trim. Yes, in JavaScript, this trim function helps us to trim a text. Let's say, for example, I have space here and I have some space here, and I decide to log into the console this month and I refresh. You can notice the space is included here, but when the trim has helped me remove the spaces that are in the beginning and the end, And also we have what we call trim start and trim end. Trim end removes spaces from the end of a string, while trim start remove from the beginning. But if you want to remove from both end, you can use just normal trim. Okay, so then let me just do the next one. I don't want to be canceling, so that anybody that come across this file can just read it and be able to understand how all the functions actually works. Okay, so the next thing we'll be looking at is repeat. Yes, the repeat is used on string by saying dot repeat. Remember, you can notice that you are using everything, so it will ask you for a count number, meaning how many times do you want it to be repeated. I want it to be repeated like 7 times. So let me just remove this space and save. Let me go to my browser and reload. Yes, you can see January being repeated 7 times. Yes, okay, so that's how repeat works. And we have pad. This pad also work like repeat but different. So we have pad start and pad end. So if I say pad start, you ask me, okay, pad start, right? That is, I want to add something in the beginning of the text. So it will ask, okay, what is the length of the text I'm aiming for? I'm aiming for a length called 20. So what is the string that I want to pad with? I want to pad with X. So once I save this and I go back to my browser, you notice it makes sure that it added XXX to make this generally become a 20 length string. If you count it, it is 20. So if I reduce the number, if I reduce it to 5 like this, nothing will happen, because even the length is more than 5, so it won't pad anything. I hope you understand. And pad end still work the same way. Now replace. So for us to understand replace, let me leave this and let me just create something new. Let this equal to, this is the month of January. Okay, so to understand replace, I will do like this, replace. So we ask, what do you want to replace? I want to replace January. I want to replace it with what? I want to replace it with December. Then once I save this and I go to my browser, you see, oh sorry, it will return December. So after that, let me log into the console, log text, so that we can see if text has actually, oh sorry, okay, I think you don't need to log. The mistake is that we are still using it on the month instead of us to use it on this text. Yes, I got it right. So as a developer, you will have to do some debuggings. You have to learn how to do some debugging, because sometimes simple thing you can just see that you just made a silly mistake. Alright, now this is the month of December. I didn't believe I cannot spell this correctly. Okay, so that's how replace actually works. And split, we might have seen split in previous video, and this is how split works. You will take the text dot the split, then you ask, okay, what is the separator? Now the separator here is, I want to split. Split does what? It takes text and convert it into a string, into an array. So it will ask for a separator, and separator can be, okay, I want to create a array from this string, but how do I create the array? I want to create each element. I want the separator should be a space. If you notice, there's a space between all this text. So once I put a space like this and I save, you notice that a new array is created. Okay, there's an error here. I did not spell text correctly. Should be T-E-X-T. So let me refresh. Now you notice it saved this is the month of January because I use this separator. If I did not put any separator, it will create an array with individual letter. Let's do it and refresh and see. Yes, and it will also create for the empty space too. You notice some is an empty space, and it creates for each of the letter. So that's separator. Sometimes your separator might be a comma. Sometimes, for example, we have a text like this. Sometimes your separator might just be a comma or anything else. So it will just separate the text and give it to you. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. Yes, I believe you understand. Then the last one is concat. So the concat, let me use this month variable, month.concat. The concat works by adding string to a string. So I want to add something to this month. So I'll be adding a string called, let me just add month and save and refresh and see. You see, you have January month. Like what it does is we are adding something, attaching something to this string, and you can add as many as possible. Yeah, that's what you can add to it. But you can also do it in a simple way. If you want to concat, you can use our arithmetic plus. I can just say month. Then plus, I can just say a new, yeah, let me just, I don't know what I'm typing actually. I just type in, okay, you can see. So this also work as concatenation. So I hope you really understand all these methods that we have in strings. It will be useful whenever you want to solve a problem. I know you might be thinking, how do we want to use all these things that we are learning? That's why there are exercises and there are quizzes after each day, so that you can be able to practice and know what each are used for. And at the end of the week, we have our capstone project to make us apply it in a real world situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one.